guys, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for episode 4? I'm pretty sure it's episode 4. I don't count. There's too many of them. It's definitely an episode of The Silent King. We're here with our full cast and crew. As always, we have material components. We have Mac from Mac the Meeple. We have Chris from the Charity Board Gamer. And of course, we have the wonderful Daryl, aka Splattered Ink, the creator of the Dobber world and all of the art you see before you today. So, I guess I'm doing the recap? That's what I've been told. So before I do the recap...
No. Kadish is going to do the recap.
Oh, right. So before I do the recap, I will remind you guys, if you want to support the channel, please go check us out on Patreon. If you want to join the conversation, talk about this game, check us out on Discord. And if you want to support this beautiful, wonderful cast here, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a bar that will quickly be changed to the right bar. And as soon as that bar fills, Daryl gets to do whatever the hell he wants to us. But more importantly, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful players here. So support them, support your creators, all that kind of fun stuff. And I guess I toss it over to me to give you the greatest recap in the world that I'm going to make up. And that I'm going to make up right now. Cool. I want this to be like the Tales from the Crypt, where you see the Crypt Keeper bring out the giant book and he like slams it open, and you see chapter 1, Kadesh, the hero of Cedarbrook, and he turns pages. Chapter 2, the battle with the great octopus. Chapter 3, Ziggy is wrong all the time. Chapter 4. So it gets to the current chapter, which is actually chapter 3, Ziggy is wrong all the time. And it says, so here we were, deep in the forest of me being right all the time, as I led them heroically through all of the land ghosts and all of the aquatic ghosts. We found a trickle of a magical stream, and then we got there, and it was just rocks. And I looked at Ziggy and said, you're wrong. And everyone else said, Kadesh, you're right. She was wrong. And so I led them to the right place, which is the place that I wanted to go the whole time, because I was right the whole time. P.S. The book's super real, and we're going to find it, and I'm going to be famous. Not that goblin. Anyway, we got to this place, and there were stone guardians and land ghosts. So many land ghosts. And everyone almost died, except for me, because I'm a hero, and I fought the land ghosts almost single-handedly. I think Bowie sang a song. Glabrick almost died. Siggy was there too. And then we ran inside, and there was a tomb. And in the tomb was the book. And the book was made of magical stones, and I picked it up, and I have it, and I'm going to be famous. They'll get a footnote. It'll be fine. And then I found a magic entryway, and no one helped at all. And then we went down and down and down and down and down. Even though I couldn't see, I just kept leading everyone down and down and down. And then it leveled out, and we made it to a new place with new people who might be enemies or might be friends. They look like really old, grumpy Dobbers with, like, bigger ears or big noses, and they're weird, and they think we come from somewhere else, and they think we took a boat. I don't even know what a boat is, and they think we took a sea. I don't know what that is besides the letter. Either way, we didn't take that at all. And then we went and we met their king or thane or something. I think he's a bad guy. I might have to kill him. Oh, he can hear me. Hey.
Jarl.
I think his name was Carl.
All right.
You asked for this.
Continue.
No, that was it. That was all we had. We got to the Jarl, and that's it.
Just checking.
Yeah, you guys asked for this. You said, hey,
yes,
let's have the best recap ever, and you got it.
That was the best recap ever. And not because of your pride, but because of your humility. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
golly.
Hi, I'm Daryl. I'm also Splattered Ink, and I'm going to try to lead us on this session today. Thanks, Mike, for that recap. It was perfect. I mean, Kadesh.
That's perfect.
Mike had nothing to do with it. But as he stated, you guys came down and down and down until you were met by some Phennik, which are these somewhat foxen-looking Dobbers. They led you by spear point to their Jarl Espen, who then you spoke with. Words were exchanged. It was tense, to say the least. He accused the Dobbers of being pirates and marauders and thieves. You made your case to the best of your ability, trying to explain that you came from the surface. The Phennik call that the Skyland, and they don't know why. And you guys know nothing of pirate Dobbers. You hoped you were winning him over, your innocence being clear when you asked the Jarl, what is a pirate? Unfortunately, he seemed to think you were just feigning ignorance, but he humored you anyway with the explanation of it's kind of like a pirate, but with a big boat. Your fate was finally sealed when another Phennik guard burst into the room reporting that more of the Inkari have been scurrying through the city. Some of them were even glowing a faint red, the telltale sign that they had been siphoning the essence from the living. You have brought this trouble upon us, the Espen, the Jarl shouted at you. You have led the dark sprites here. Throw them in the prisoner's hold. You were escorted by Spearpoint to a lower level of this mud and stone building that serves as the Jarl's hall. You realize, at least for the time being, you are outnumbered, outpositioned, and not to mention, exhausted from days of travel with virtually no sleep. Now is not the time to resist, but maybe tomorrow is. At the end of the hall, that seems to be more cave than constructed. The four of you are forced into a large hollow. The side that opens to the hall from which you came is closed by a wall of metal bars with a small locking barred door. In the room with you is another Phennik and a goblin. Outside the room, a guard station consists of a chair, a desk, a small fire pit. The fire pit is built into the wall with a chimney that disappears into the rock ceiling. The fire is small and does little to help keep this alcove deep in the ground from being truly frigid. As it is, you are still very cold. The Phennik on guard seems used to it. Oily smoke that evaded the chimney hangs dank in the air around you. And I turn it over to you.
How do we get out of here? What was that?
I don't know. Sounded magical.
I think your guitar string broke.
There is a Phennik guard standing at the iron bars. He's well armored. What's interesting about this land, this underground world that you guys are discovering slowly as you take in bits and pieces in the midst of your attention on whatever's happening, is there's not very much wood. You even notice that next to his desk, the chest where your weapons were placed is made of leather and bone. His armor is just cloth, but there's some sort of plates underneath the armor, or underneath the cloth, that consist of the plates, but you can tell it's not what you would expect, whether it would be wood or metal or steel. But he's standing there intently waiting for you guys to be settled before he relaxes for the evening. And he definitely heard you say, how are we going to get out of here?
All right.
Did he
Let's
answer?
say that Bowie decides to go up to him and tries to charm him at a level 2.
You're a cast
See if I
charm
can-
person.
Yep, see if I can get him to let me out of there, and that we're close friends.
Alrighty. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I forgot to check one thing here.
Okay.
Dobber friends.
What school is charm person from? What school of magic is charm person from?
Enchantment.
Enchantment. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you. So you cast charm person. I have to make a wisdom saving throw, which I can do because I'm good at stuff. Ooh, that looks like a pretty good roll. 17. Still, he listens. How are you charming him? What are you saying to him?
Hello, my friend. We are behind these bars. Can you be so kind as to let us out to open the door and to help us find our way out of here. We'd greatly appreciate your help.
No, you're under the prisoner of the Jarl. You're lucky he didn't kill you. You Dobbers are snakes, every one of you.
Except for me, I am no Dobber.
You were with them. You must be in league.
He's merely a friend. He's a good friend, but seriously, what have we done to you? We have done nothing.
You've bombed my home. My sister has a cast on her leg because of you.
Bombed. What are you talking about?
That was quite certainly someone else.
You wait. You're lucky he didn't kill you on the spot.
I'm sorry, did someone put lotion on your sister?
What?
I don't understand. Balmed with an L? With a goblin
now
L?
he gets it. Now he gets it.
Don't remind me, Kaddish.
Did you bring bombs down here?
Yes, but none for you any longer.
Oh, well, those were bombs. These are different.
Can you bomb the bars? Squish them through?
The goblin comes over to you guys and he tries to.
You keep voices down. They don't understand.
No, we're talking to them. They understand just fine. We speak the same language.
No, they think you're part of the group.
Which group? Because we're a part of a group. This is our group.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, the pirates.
Yeah, what's that?
Seriously, he doesn't know what they are, and I'm still learning myself. But
Yeah, what's a ship and a sea and a pirate?
Are you really from the above? You're really that far away?
Yeah, it was a long walk.
Yeah. There was a
Yes.
lot of stairs. Going
So
up,
many.
that's going to be a real pain.
You got the wrong way to go. But this is not the world, you know. This is not it at all. This is different. We have a lot of different groups who live down here. Here with the Jordiska. And it is there are Phennik, and there are underlings, and there are the sea folk.
Are you making
We
up
have
words?
many. What?
Are you making up words?
I'm not. Why would I make up words?
I don't know any of those.
They're fairy tales.
Well, I mean, they
Fairy
can't be because
tales.
they said that's a
Fairy
Phennik.
tales.
Is
Is
right
this?
there.
Are they? He dings his knuckle on the bars. Is this a fairy tale? Ding ding ding.
A bad one.
I don't think you know how fairy tales work.
No, I don't think she does. That's all right though. That's all right. We will get out of this. I think I can help us get out of this. But you can't go on feigning this ignorance about the world, about you. You can't. They think you are marauders.
Well, we've never been down here.
That's another new word. What is a marauder?
A marauder? Yeah. A mercenary? You do bad deeds for money.
Oh.
That is horribly incorrect.
Nah, it's not. You all do it. I've seen you.
Maybe him.
But it's okay because I do it too.
I don't know what that means. You know what? Hey, Globrick.
Yes.
This random goblin says he can get us out of here.
Yes.
Can you?
Of course, but I need some rest.
I mean, random goblin might be able to get us out of here, but you're the one who got us in here.
You're
Goblin
welcome.
friend, what is your name?
I am Zerd.
Zerd. What goblin clan come you from?
I come from the Underkeep.
That's a meta
Underkeep.
place.
Yes. Yes, we have a village on the other side of Jordiska. And And we trade here with the Phennik and the other underlings, but they think that I do salty deals and they throw me in here. But I have a ship. If you want to get away, we can go away. But we have to get out of here first.
Oh, Globber deals in salts.
He's very salty.
He's salty. I can believe it. I can see the twinkle in his eye.
It is often said that salt is the spice of life.
I think that
No,
sounds
that
sweet.
is no, that is blood.
No. I don't want that in my food.
Goblin friend.
No. We talk about what makes life fun. You have to bleed a little. You have to let a little blood. It's
Oh.
the spice of life. It's a saying. You act like you're talking about actual food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, goblin friend. The spice of life is to cook and to heal others and to bring joy into lives, not kill.
Glabrick, are you slow like this Dobber here? And he looks at Michael.
I'm the fastest Dobber in Cedarbrook.
Yeah.
Second fastest.
I'm the fastest and the strongest. You shut up. I beat you twice.
I don't think the underworld is going to do well for you.
That's okay. We don't live here, and we don't want to stay here.
Then why are you here?
We came
Because they
for
throw
a...
everyone in jail.
Yeah, well,
I
that...
couldn't hear you, sorry.
What did
What?
you say, Siggy?
They throw everybody in jail?
Oh, Dobbers, of course they throw them in jail. What would you do with it? Oh, you are. But seriously, I mean, there's nowhere else for you to go. You either die or you go to jail. You get killed, or you kill others, and you sail away on your black ship.
What is a ship?
It's a boat. What is wrong with
What?
you people?
Boat.
Yeah, we don't have...
Draw
boats.
this thing.
Draw a picture?
We have
Drop it in
wagons.
dirt.
Right.
We have wagons.
He can. I mean, he takes his long, goblin fingernail and he starts scratching in the hard packed dirt of the floor of this room, and he sketches out like a galleon, like a pirate ship with sails and little ports on the side where one might suspect.
Where do the wheels go?
Seems
It
very
goes on the
heavy.
water, and he literally points to the west.
Oh, so it's very
But-
small for, like, rivers.
No. Yeah, I mean, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, but no, the sea.
What's
The Jordiska, the sea.
Is made of paper?
You've seen this. How did you get here?
The stairs.
the long stairs?
Very
So
long.
one of you-
Very long.
You can take your pick, whoever speaks first. It clicks in your head that this large reflective surface you saw out beyond the city when you were first being escorted to the Jarl's Hall is water. There's clicking there, and that's what he's talking about, a large body of water. So
Do you know what a tree is?
tree.
Yeah,
Nice.
like this. And then he starts to draw, and he looks at Siggy because I'm the best artist as well. And then he begins to draw. He begins to draw a tree, which just looks like broccoli, right? It's like two
Right,
straight
yeah.
lines, and then like a squiggle around the top. Tree.
Yeah, no, trees are legend. We have trees. We
No, I
know,
live in one.
we know trees. I mean, they're,
We all live
Well,
in one.
you
I mean,
live in a tree.
Not the same one. That'd be weird. But like, I live in one, and they live in one. I think Globrick lives in a hole. I don't know where Globrick lives.
Yeah, but okay. Well, how could you have so many trees that you all have your own tree to live in?
Oh,
we fight for scraps of wood down here.
It's all trees.
See, it's the world. The world is weird, and now you are in our world.
Okay, so
In
now
this
you
world-
understand. You don't have trees. We don't have boats.
We have trees.
Or giant
We have no more trees. But that's not. We know what trees are.
We
You
don't-
don't know what a sea is.
We don't have one. We have rivers.
Are you talking about that really big river outside? Like the humongous river? It's the biggest river I've ever seen.
Right. Oh, if you go out on the Zwartnera, you will sail
It's made up of
for many days before you see any other land. Because here in Jordiska, this is all under.
Globrick has sails.
What? Globrick has sails?
Yeah.
What?
He has things on sale all the time.
Yes, many
The
sails.
ships.
Yes,
the ships,
always.
They use their sails. The wind that blows through the Jordiska.
Oh. I'm not getting
It's
any of this.
sails.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Globrick's the smart one, ask him.
Is he?
Well,
The strongest, not the smartest.
Thanks, I am
well,
the strongest.
a boat will not help us escape this cell. Tell me, Dobber Goblin friends, prefer you beer or wine?
Wait, are we
I
drinking
would
or
take-
getting out?
I
No,
would
we
take
need to
wine.
rest. What a
prefer
perfect
not to-
time.
I prefer not to drink right now. The last time didn't go so well.
Really
It
cold
goes-
in here.
I would take. I take wine. Beer is too bubbly. It's silly. It makes the drink taste like the bubbles. I want to taste all the flavors of the, the fermented little, fishies and things.
What?
Grapes.
I
I
want
believe
No,
you-
not grapes. There's no grapes down here.
Mm.
Fishy beer.
What?
That's nasty.
I'm baffled. As
You don't. Sculpins that make the best wine. Haven't you ever had a sculpin wine?
I don't even know what that is.
Look it up on the.
Is that when you drink too fast and you make a noise and someone says, "Hey, stop gulping"?
No, it's a sculpin. It's a little.
I don't know. What
It kind of is like a crabfish. You can find it. They're out there. You just go out. Well, I mean, we've got to get out of here.
Well, we're in bars, yeah.
Globrick takes a jug, a ceramic jug, out of his pack. I guess we probably don't have any of our stuff, do we?
Okay, no. So I skip that. So you have anything that's not considered a weapon, unless you would like to make a deception roll and see if you can keep something that's small that's still a weapon. So even the book, your map, all that stuff, you just have it because they're like it's all just paper and leather and stuff. So
yeah, I am gonna make a deception check. I think to keep my thieves' tools,
Okay,
or
yeah.
like my toolkits.
oh, you got it. So
Yes.
it's just a matter of, oh yeah. Here, take my knife and distracting them while they don't check your other parts.
Yes.
What about you, Bowie? What are you keeping with that roll?
well, of course, I've got my instruments, which I'm going to use to possibly to charm and things of that nature. But since trying to keep my dagger, so
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. You've got it like hidden in your boot or something that
mhm.
they managed to not check.
Friends, let us all drink, and in the morning, I promise to break this lock without fail. But for now, Globrick produces a ceramic jug and says, "Globrick's magic wine," and infuses the jug with the alchemy jug infusion, and saying the word wine fills it with 1 gallon of wine that we can share by passing around.
Damn.
All right. What is the school of magic?
It is so it's not technically a spell, it's an infusion. I make it into
Okay.
a magic item, so it
Gotcha.
becomes a replicable magic item that I can kind of do.
Okay.
I can get 3 infusions at a time.
Okay.
So this is one of them at the moment. Yeah. And
Okay.
for the day, it can produce up to 1 gallon of wine.
Sweet. I like it. Good deal. All right. So, and the goblin, Zerd, none of my goblin friends do that.
You got the wrong friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, I don't have any friends.
Well, you do now, goblin friend. You have 4. But this is as I said before, it is better to cook and heal and help others than it is to kill. How glorious it is to share some wine like friends.
Agreed.
Agreed. In the morning, we will escape this terrible place. And he winks at the guard. For
Yes,
Thomas
indeed.
needs his book.
Oh.
All right. So, any further interactions? You guys gonna settle down? Very good.
Are we ever going to settle down?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
aside the point.
I have no interactions with this goblin.
All right. Cool.
And the
So
guard's
you
still in
guys-
the room with us, is that right?
He's
Say that?
outside.
The guard is still watching us?
Yes, the guard is watching you.
Okay.
So as you guys get ready to bed down for the night, you do find some comfort. There's enough loose rags and kind of some what you're guessing. I mean, your first thought it was like hay, but it actually looks more like it's some sort of a river weed, that's just been dried. But you do find enough comfort to try to sleep. Your sleep is filled with kind of fitful dreams that are at least a little bit uncomfortable to keep you from resting deeply.
What is the size of this place? Like the size of the cell?
Yeah, it's like about 30 by 20.
30 by 20?
Yeah.
Is it possible I can cast a tiny hut so we can rest in there inside of the cell?
I will have to check that. What school is it from?
School that it's from. Cool school.
Cool school.
Should be enchantment, I think.
Evocation.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Evocation. Okay.
Evocation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care how it's pronounced. I was just checking some. Tiny hut, a 10-foot radius of an immobile dome for springs into existence. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to, okay.
A lot more comfortable. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do that.
I'll try it. Okay. So I cast a tiny hut. I'm like, honestly, guys, we're not going to get much sleep out here in this cell. Let me make something real quickly, and we'll just go ahead and we'll get some rest. I've got a little place that we can get some sleep.
Since Dobbers live in trees, is it a tiny tree that just like erupts out of the ground and grows into a little tree-sized hut? That would be outstanding.
It's a force, a dome of force. So, I mean, I would think as a Dobber, it does have kind of a tree feel to it. Like the essence that you get off of it has a kind of a bark feel, a nice, you feel the roots going into the earth, but what feels different about it, if that's something you can even feel, is that it's going into clay instead of nice, warm, fertile earth. Yeah, so you have your tiny hut. So you guys are, but when you do go to sleep, make sure you read the messages I sent to you, and it looks like they got cut off, so I'm gotta
Okay.
to give you the rest of those.
Yes, we rest like kings tonight.
When I travel a lot, I've done this quite on occasion, unless I can find a place to stay. So this should hopefully be better than sleeping in a cold, damp cell.
Absolutely.
So
Doesn't take much to be better than that.
And some wine certainly helps.
Right. Yeah, you all guys are very comfortable. And Zerd is like, can I come in there? Is it warmer in there? Because it's chilly out here. I mean, it's smoky. We got that stupid fire. All they do is burn whale fat in it. It's smoky and nasty.
What's a whale?
Yes, of course, goblin friend. Come in. Come.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Keep your purses close.
What?
No, don't do that.
Is no one curious what a whale is and why they're burning it?
Whale. Okay, a whale
Yeah.
is like a fish,
Oh.
except so big
Yeah.
that you can live in it. And
Live in Wales.
it's beyond that, it's hard to explain. But the Phenniks here, they use it for everything. They have like this like you see these metal bars here. These bars. He doesn't say metal. These bars, they're not actually metal. If you look closely, you'll see they're bone. They've been cured. They use the bones from the whale.
So wait, you live in fish?
Big fish?
This isn't a fish. This is the clay and dirt of the under thing.
I'm very confused.
You have so much to learn.
I don't really want to, if I'm being honest. I was just here to find... Well, I was here to find a book, and I found it. So I'm pretty much done with my quest. But everyone else is here to find some magic, and then we're going to leave. I don't want to learn about your whales or pirate ships or seas.
Just the magic.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go back up to my treehouse. Well, our tree houses.
Tree houses. It sounds like a fairy tale to me.
Yeah, so does your living in a whale.
Or in vast underground.
I'm not saying they do live in it. I'm saying it's that big.
pirates.
I don't understand what's happening here.
I'm sending these dreams to you guys on Discord too. Just maybe that'll give it an easier read. Wait, did I send the wrong one to the wrong person?
That's right, I got mine. You
Dang
do.
it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun,
Dream
dun, dun.
sequence.
Dream sequence.
Twiddly-doo.
I'm going to bed, and I'm going to have dreams of trees.
That's
All
very
right.
good. Hopefully that worked now. Okay.
Yes.
You guys do whatever you like. But like I said, if you don't have a message, you'll get one eventually, I'm sure. But you do have fitful dreams. For example, you might dream of past friends. You might dream of rocky trips, going down long staircases into the dark, the Dobbers version of the Underdark. And wait, did I say that out loud? Or dreams of friends who were kind of taken over by water ghosts or giant ultra wolves. Mega wolves, not ultra wolves. So
That's a different thing entirely.
Oh gosh.
We're not ready
Yeah,
for the
ultra
ultra
wolves.
wolves.
and mega wolves
Yeah.
and psycho wolves and mega ultra wolves.
I'm not ready for that.
Anyway, okay.
Sounds like a Pokemon evolution if I've ever heard one.
It is. It's the XYZ
Yeah.
ultra. All right. So, we ready?
Yes.
Yes, in
Morning.
the morning, Globrek takes out his thieves' tools, which I think is like is a big long roll of like all these different leather roll of all these different tools, and waits until the guard is not looking and unrolls it and like sorts through it to get the particular like tools that he's going to use to pick this lock.
Zerd leans over to you as you're unrolling it almost unexpectedly. You didn't even realize he was awake yet.
Says, they change shift early in the morning. I think you still have time. When they change shift, you'll have a couple minutes.
Perfect, goblin friend. You will come with us and show us the way out.
Yes, I will take you to my ship. I will take you to the Whisper Wind, and we will escape to the Goblin City.
Goblin City. You mean there's a lot more?
What did I say he was from?
Undermount or under?
Underkeep clan.
Underkeep? Okay, yeah, there we go. We'll go with Underkeep. I should have writ that.
He said it was on the other side of Jordiska.
Yeah, it's on the other. It's far away. But I returned to the Underkeep. So I will take you with me.
I'm not sure if we desire to go that direction, but just escaping would be good enough.
Okay. Well, you.
Are there magic slugs there?
Well, I'll tell you this: when you sail out on the Zwartnera, you sail out there, you can see stars that you've never seen before. You look up in the sky, and they are all different shades.
But the
There's
slugs
blue
are in
and-
the water, not
What?
the sky. The water slugs.
The water? No, they're
Yeah, we're just
I
here
don't
for
know about
slugs, not
slugs.
stars.
stars. You're gonna want to see the stars.
We have our own stars. We're fine with them.
Perhaps, Goblin friend, you could show us on our map where these places you speak of are. And I unroll our map.
How
see
are
if
there
you-
stars? We're underground.
I know, right?
Whoa.
Just wait till you get out of this hole.
I just think
Um,
he might be crazy.
Very
Crazy for gold.
What?
So you do roll out the map? Okay, great. He looks at it. He's like, oh, look at you. You don't know anything about the sea, but you've got a map of the Zwartnera here. This is the Zwartnera. And he basically points at all of the area that's encapsulated like little ziggly lines like you would see on a map that represents water, right? So there's this huge expanse in the middle of your map that is encompassed by that. In the center of the map is where that I described, like there was a hand, kind of stone-looking fingers poking up through the water. And then on one side, there was the little wooden road that sticks out into the water. And then on the other side was the big fish head, right?
Oh yeah.
So he points at the little wooden road. He says, "This is where we are. Where we are. This is the city that I just had. Oh, this is Taman. This is Taman, the Phennik dock. If you go to the north, there's Nephthys, which is the large Phennik capital. Yeah, it's not on your map, but it's there. And then if you go south, there's the underlings, and they're not very friendly. And if you go all the way across, which is going to be south of this fish thing, I don't know what the fish thing is there, but you'll find the Underkeep. That's where I'm from.
Wait. What is this? And I point to the water with the hand.
That's not a place where we go.
Yeah, but what is
No
it?
one goes there.
But what is it?
It's where the shadow and the light meet.
Okay. I have to go there. Where's this place with the blob snakes?
That's north of Underkeep. I don't even know. I don't go up there. That's where the Rockhart clan comes down, and they kind of intermingle sometimes. But they don't know good business. They actually sell their stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay. Can you go away?
What do you mean?
Like, just go over there to the other side of the cell so you can't hear me talk to my friends?
No.
Oh.
I want to know what you're saying.
Well, then I'm not going to say it. And he starts to roll up the map and give it back to Globrick. Shh.
What now? If you're going to ride on the Whisper Wind, you're going to tell me what you plot.
Then I'm not going to ride.
Well, then you're going to die here when the Phenniks decide that you can't possibly be peaceful Dobbers, because you can't be, right?
Globrick, don't unlock the door.
I'm extremely peaceful. The most peaceful.
And if Globber doesn't unlock the door, then you die here, and no one rides on your whispering winds.
No, that will come from me eventually. Whisper Wind will not wait. Even if they have to bomb this city to the ground, I will be out of here before the end of the
That's
fortnight.
a lot of lotion.
Just do not use that word anymore, friend. That's bomb.
You were banned from using the word lotion. I was turning Jack the wrong way.
There's a lot of confusion with bombs and bombs. It's a whole thing we're dealing with right now.
I mean, it's totally Globrick's fault, right? I mean, you're
Yeah. Yeah,
the one
like
who introduced.
One can be a purveyor of both bombs and balms.
What about sparklers? How are they for your skin?
just like snakes and sparklers. Yeah.
Fine, I'll give you your space, but I need to know I can trust you if you're going to be on my ship.
Yeah. You can.
Come,
You
goblin
wanna
friend. Of course
Roll
we can be
something for
trusted.
that, or just say it? And
Nope,
roll
he
the
just
door?
says it. There's no deception in Caddish.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Caddish.
He's gonna roll whatever, something. He's clever.
Oh,
Are you lying?
That we can be trusted? No.
Yeah.
I'm the most trustworthy Dobber in Cedarbrook.
Second most.
Wow. Okay. Rude.
All right. So he gives you your space.
Yeah, I have no idea what this guy wants, so I have no intention to deceive him. We just want different things. So yeah, he re-rolls out the map just a little bit. Like he unrolls one side and rolls up the other side, so you can only see the thing that he's pointing at. We have to go here, and he points to the monster hand, and then the globby snakes, and then the fish mouth. It's like this was the same path that we found above ground that led us to the book. So on the big map, and he like pulls out his map where he like drew all the X's. This is how I found the book, and now that we found the book, now we find that this is I think he called it a dock, and then they know what the hand monster is, and they know what the globby snakes are. So these things don't exist up there; they only exist down here, and we have to find them because if you remember the book is about light and dark. And
It's about fairy tales.
Either way, the book's about light and dark, and he said the hand thing is also the point where light and dark meet. So we have to go bring the book there. That might be the source of the magic slugs. Because the magic slugs led to the book, and the book led to here, and if they're both light and dark,
Fairy tales.
either way, they're still light and dark in real life. But that might be where the slugs are coming from.
Oh, well, it's certainly worth a try, isn't it?
Yeah,
Better than here.
right? Okay. And he like rolls up both maps and hands one to Globrick and stuffs one back in his bag.
So we're going on this boat then, eh, with this goblin?
I guess so.
I'm a little curious
How are
about
we
him.
going
I'll
to
be
commandeer
quite
the
honest.
boat? How do we steal the boat to get it to where we want to go?
Oh, I was just going to ask him very nicely to take us there.
He says we don't go there.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go there.
Perhaps he could be paid or persuaded, though.
I could always try to charm him while we're on the boat.
Oh, he seems to love lotion. Give him that.
As long as we don't attack him.
Yes, he's a goblin friend.
Yes.
Goblin friend.
Wait a minute. Globrick, cover your big ears. Why are we not attacking the goblin? Just curiosity?
Because we can find other ways than violence. You
Because he is goblin friend.
I only know one I said cover your ears. I only know one goblin friend, and it's Globrick. And I don't even know that he's actually a friend.
I did cover my ears, they're just very sensitive.
Because they're so big.
Yes, it is the most desirable trait in a goblin mate.
Also, don't paladins swing swords then ask questions later?
Not this paladin.
It's 'cause
I ask questions
worse one.
and then ask more questions. And then if those questions don't pan out, or there's mega wolves, then I swing swords.
Well, I guess I can't argue with the mega wolves.
Great, she's believing in mega wolves too. I mean, oh, that's great, great. Great.
Hey,
is-
I got
it is
bit
the-
by a mega wolf. It's a real
Got
thing.
bit by a megawolf. Was that the one that we fought the other day?
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, that was.
And it
Oh,
jumped 60 feet in the air.
Yeah. And then swam
Glauber,
across the entire
how much
river.
of that wine did you give them?
Mm-mm.
Like a
There was a gallon to go around.
I chopped the head off, so, I mean, call me Slayer of Megawolves.
I'm going to open this door now.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it
Here,
is it
I'm gonna
is it
do a-
important
Do a
to
perception check.
discover whether or not the mega wolf described by your mentor and the wolf you fought were similar?
Nope, that was a Megawolf. Daryl, I don't know what you...
No. I agree. I mean, by association. So, what's the perception roll for?
Listen, Daryl, I don't know
I'm
if you
just keeping
think...
guard. I'm keeping watch while he's picking the lock.
Okay, I like that plan. So yes, you notice that the guard that was there, the Phennik guard, is he wakes up from a mild doze. I mean, he's like shaking it off, like, dang it, I wasn't supposed to fall asleep. And then he starts tailing it down the dimly lit path, and you see a shadow through the smoke and kind of the long path it's just a shadow of what is another humanoid shape or Dobberoid shape moving this direction. So you have a chance.
If we're
Glover.
gonna do this, we got to do this quick.
I don't have my sword.
I have my dagger, and I have my instruments. I can always try to charm or
No.
fight if we have
When
to.
we get on the boat, I don't have a sword. Neither does Siggy.
They put it in the chest right there.
There's a chest.
Blind, the
I wasn't-
blindest Dobber of them all.
I wasn't looking at that. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. At some point I said, or maybe started to say,
You did.
there's a chest that's made of bone and leather,
No, you did.
where there's lots of all the small stuff was stored, and if you had a larger weapon, it's just leaned against the wall next to it, which I don't think I said because I meant to. But that's where your large sword would be.
I wasn't looking at that.
So I rolled earlier a 9 or a 14 if I have advantage.
You rolled earlier? Well, that was just when you were checking it out. So
Okay.
we'll roll again for this morning. That was last night.
If you insist.
I do. I really, really do. There you go. That 25 is great because the Zerd is helping you a little bit. Don't you know where you're supposed to be poking those? This isn't a lock like you'd see in the Skyland, but this is a underthing lock.
Yes, I know my way around locks. I was served as a lockpick for many years in Goblin lands.
Did you know that the word ward is originally referencing the nooks in a lock, like the little things where the key goes in and it turns? It's the ridges. Anyway,
I couldn't tell if you were giving us a Dobber fact or a real fact just now.
that's a real fact, actually.
I got there by the end, but in the beginning I was like, "This is very interesting. I didn't know this about the Dobber." Oh, it's not real. It's real. It's real. It's a real thing.
So it's a ward. Anyway, so with the help of Zerd, you do get it open, and it unlocks. And there's this little door that's just kind of a little partial space of the larger bone pillars or columns that make up the bars can swing open.
I did it. I opened the door.
What?
Very good. Very
Go
good.
quickly.
Now,
If we
help
go
us
down
get
the
into
hole and turn to the left quickly, we will evade as many people as possible.
All right, I quickly grab my sword.
Just leave it.
I also go run and grab my sword.
No,
I
they're
grab my
It
rapier.
says that anyway.
Smash Priests, friends. They must have their weapons.
Absolutely.
Priests. Ha! My weapon is here. Go.
My weapon is here.
No wonder your arms are so big.
It's because I'm the strongest Dobber of them all.
Not true.
Yes, it matches your nose. What did any of you roll perception? Because I would like you to.
Nope. I nat 20.
Zero.
I love zeros. I just love them so much. Wow, look at those rolls. So Siggy and Kadesh, you notice markings on the walls next to the bars of your cell. They look like, the best you could tell, they look like a letter, like a like a written letter that you would use in writing, except it's not anything you've ever seen before. And it's just etched into the stone along the wall there. And as you're fleeing, for whatever reason you didn't see it before, but as you're fleeing you see it, and it lodges in your mind. You guys flee down the hallway and find yourself being directed by Zerd, to the left, and you go to the left, and you're in another hallway that's cold and dark and smoky, until you get to a T, and he says, at the end of this hall, we will have to go through the kitchens. So chances are there will be other Phennik.
Oh.
And but if we can get through there, and then we can find the stairs to the surface. And you all realize, probably not talking about your surface. Then we can go through the alleys and get to my boat, the Whisperwind. But we must go quickly, because if they find us, they will be all out to recapture their prisoners they don't like. Prisoners to escape, especially Dobbers.
What's wrong with Dobbers? Why is everyone so mean?
Perhaps I pose as a spice merchant, so that the chefs might be distracted while the rest of you slip past unnoticed, and perhaps I sell some things in the process.
But then how do you get to us?
Like salt?
Like salt.
Why would you sell salt? It's all out there in the Swart era. They just, all you do is
spice of life.
Filter it, and you have as much salt as you can stand.
Yes, but you see, in the above lands, we have this pink salt from the mountains.
Is it Himalayan?
Wow.
Sorry.
What's a Himalayan?
Is that a sea term?
It's a salt. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
You could go to Kroger right now and buy Himalayan salt, and it's pink.
Kroger.
I know.
Kroger.
Okay.
Why don't we not do that?
Who has Park Place?
Why don't we just make a lot of noise over there, and then we don't go over there?
Yes, but that does not result in me selling product, does it?
But if you sell it and then you talk to the underground Dobbers, how will you get to the boat?
I will catch up to you, and you'll wait for me around a corner, right?
No.
Zerd smiles. His lips curl like, yes, we'll wait for you.
I don't think he's a friend. No, I just say we just make a bunch of noise. Over there. And then we run over there.
Okay.
I don't know, but that guard is surely to the post by now. It knows you're not in there.
We need to hurry. We need to make haste. What are we doing?
Can you make noises, Bowie?
I could do something on the instrument. I could play something. I could even try to charm anybody that might be in the kitchen.
Well, if you're here, can you make a noise over there?
Let's see. I don't think I can. I can't.
Okay.
I can't do that.
You said we're going through a kitchen?
I think he said a kitchen. Zerg did. I think he's.
He
so
did.
I'm not sure, but I can play something. I can play maybe something, but I'm worried that if too much noise could result in us getting caught.
Well,
I could escape from a cell.
Well, that's a bad distraction.
Oh, nice. If we had like a small animal to throw over there, make noise, and then
That
run.
would be great. Do you have a small
so
animal?
I have you.
What?
You can go make noise, and the rest of us will go.
No, that's the
Well,
same
wait,
plan as Globrick. Just
Except
me
mine's
instead.
better.
No, that's not a good plan at all. I just told him that was a bad plan. We need to.
Well, you're the fastest Dobber. You'd be able to catch up, right?
I am, but I still don't want to get caught or attacked or fight people.
But it seems like they have no problem with goblins. What with Zerd here, so perhaps they would not think much amiss if a goblin merchant were passing through, as opposed to three Dobbers.
They're not wrong. I mean, I think they would speak with you, but if they see the others, you're all definitely of cause to alarm.
Maybe I could do something with my lights. I could do something where I could create maybe a human. I've done it once before.
A human?
Yes, it looks like a humanoid like creature.
Like fairy tales?
Like fairy tales, yes, but look, so something that maybe we could put that in the kitchen and brighten the light. I don't know. I could try it, and maybe that would distract them enough that we could sneak by.
You've seen
Oh, we're going to have to do it now, because I hear them coming from behind.
Okay.
So you guys move forward, and there is a tea. You can smell some cooking substance to your left.
I don't like
The
that.
smell, it's a little bit hard to identify, so we'll leave it at that. And then to the right, you smell nothing. You smell, I don't know, nothing. Doesn't matter. There's a little bit of light coming from either side. And I'm sorry, I'm over explaining at this point. So what are you guys going to do?
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw dancing lights into that room, hopefully where the smell is coming from, and try to make like a humanoid being to be a distraction if there is anyone in there.
All right, well, dancing lights
bright enough because they've been in this dark area for so long. Hopefully it'll be more blinding to them.
Okay, yeah, I can give you that. So yeah, you dance your dancing lights down the hallway. They're bouncing and lighting it up. And before it even gets to where you can see there's kind of an alcove that opens up, you hear the noise, this kind of the screechy, raspy voice of the Phennik. What comes this way? There's lights. Is it? What is it? And they're discussing, and you hear a clank of pots, and then somebody knocks something over. What do you guys do?
I put my cloak up and try and shuffle along the back to get to this door we need to go to.
See. I'm going to throw a charm spell. I'm going to do charm.
There's no one to charm at this point. At this point, I think you're looking for stealth or other. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. If you want to charm, though, you got to go to somebody. You got to talk to them. That's kind of the way the charm works.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. I have a disguise kit.
That takes a while. You have to.
It takes a while. Okay.
Yeah, unless you have the spell.
I'm going to go stealth then.
All right, so Thurs says, I will talk to them and try to distract them. Do you want to join me, Globrick?
Why don't we all just go?
Yeah, you go. Your Dobbers get past them on the other side. There should be a path and hallways and eventually a stairs, but just go quickly while they're distracted and roll stealth.
Thank you, Goblin friend.
Those are really good. All right. Well, you guys sneak into the room and trip over the pile of pots that the one Phennik knocked down in his distraction from the lights. And he turns to you quickly and says, What are you doing here? I am in the wrong voice. And, You can't be here. There's no Dobbers allowed. What brings Dobbers into this space?
I am
And he's
going.
got like a typical like funny chef's hat on, and he's
We're
like,
in the
"This
spice
is a-"
trade.
What?
Yes, salt.
Yes, we've come with great seasonings and salts, thanks to our goblin friend here. We're just quickly wanting to.
Sound the alarm! There's Dobbers! There's Dobbers here!
I cast grease on the floor in front of him, so he slips and falls.
How many are there?
Somebody light the grease. Somebody light the
There's
grease.
4 in here. 2 of them appear to be cooks. I mean, they're doing like they've got some sort of robes that look clearly like they're here, and then the other 2 that are here are wearing something different, and they're carrying trays.
So
So,
as they're being told to sound the alarm and smells are firing around the kitchen, Kaddish goes back to the door and he reaches in and pulls out. He essentially has like a bugle. It's a horn, right? There's a horn because his previous job was town guard. So it was his job to sound the actual alarms. And so he leans out the door and just and like blows the trumpet blast, and then he's going to yell as loud as possible, "There's a raid at the dock! The dock! Raid at the dock!" Down the hall, and I will attempt to roll you a deception.
All right.
Nat 1, unless that's advantage for some reason.
All right, can I throw some inspiration? Would that help him?
No, it's a Nat 1.
Oh,
And
gosh.
that one is a that one.
Yep, there's no way out of that.
Super convincing.
So
Cool.
I don't even know what that failure would be. Like you blow the horn.
Everyone knows where we are now.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, great. Now we really.
Then he blasted out and he goes, "Okay, we have to go. They're gonna run to the docks. Where are we going?" I feel like Zerg looks and goes, "The docks." I'm like, "No,
Going to the docks, you fool.
I thought we were going this way."
No, we are, but we're going to try to get out of there unseen, and now everyone knows we're
I don't understand how boats work.
boats.
Can you
That's not important. Let's just not die.
make
Alrighty, so the 4 people that are working in the kitchens are trying to get away. Oh, they fall. By the way, the 2 in front of you, they're like chopping meat or prepare. You know, one of them's like doing something to some bread, and they slip and fall in the grease, and it's no good for them. One of them rushes towards you, and he's got this face of intense, like, I'm going to be a hero, and he runs and hits the grease too. But the 4th one rather, just leaves. He just takes off like a shot.
Haven't you heard that the leading cause of accidents in the kitchen are related to slips, trips, and falls? Probably should stop.
And slipping in the bathtub.
Yes,
True.
And anyway, but Zerd says, "Follow him."
Okay.
run across the one that fell, use him like a land bridge, and chase it after him.
That's perfect. So you step across that Phennik, and he's kind of like on his belly, but he's trying to like swing back behind and like get at you, but he can't because they're compared to you, at least Ziggy, they're pretty frail. So you run across him, you get to the doorway there. It's kind of a double door kind of situation. You just burst through it, and you see him up ahead. And you come into a room. This room is full of tables, and you see Phennik all around. They're long, like benches, or tables with benches on either side. The room is lighted. There's some of these oil-burning lamps that you saw down below, but there's also some in centerpieces that are like glowing mushrooms, which are pretty cool. You burst into that room, and then all these Phennik turn and look at you, and probably the more accurate description was they were already looking that way because they heard the horn that Kadesh sounded. So, but they're already looking that way. You run into the room, and they just get up and brandish swords and start charging towards you, or spears. I'm sorry.
Didn't
So
you
roll
hear?
initiative.
There's a raid at the dock.
Gotta go.
He starts running. Oh,
Zerd
no.
says, I didn't know that they were all in having dinner. But we have to go that way.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
What is wrong with your dice today?
Listen, I rolled a nat 20 earlier, and now 2 nat 1s. It's just balancing out with karma. It's fine. We're fine.
Yes, so do we have anyone else? Zerd. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta do him. Ah, very good. Very good.
Oh,
So the
this all
17
would have went
first.
better if I had just posed as a merchant and perhaps sold something as well.
Yeah,
Well, we had the
probably.
dancing lights and all things went sideways from there.
We're fine.
All right, so like I said, there's a rather large room. There's 3 rows of tables. Most of them have people at them. They're mostly Phennik. They're this clearly to you, like when you come into this space, you can imagine that this is the grand hall of a some sort of a kingdom. You know, this is where they all meet for their daily meal for the inscripted warriors of the kingdom. So they're here. There's a lot of them, and you just run into the room, and they're coming at you. So, Chris, what do you do? I mean, Bowie.
Can I try to charm them and pray and hope that they don't kill me?
You do what?
Can I try to charm them?
You can only there's not enough charm to get them all.
Yeah, charm only works on 1.
Okay.
And it doesn't
So
work on people who are
I'm gonna
obviously
break out
hostile.
Thunderwave.
Right. And
I'm gonna
charm
try to get
also,
ahead of the
makes
group a
them-
little bit and do Thunderwave.
that makes them friendly, by the way, charm. So like if they are being directed through charm to directly oppose a instruction that they believe in, they're not going to, because it just means they're being friendly to you, so that they
Yeah.
aren't going to like change their belief system. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
whatever.
Also, it just straight up doesn't work if they're hostile.
Right.
Well, that stinks.
Yep.
All right. All right. So I'm going to do Thunderwave on them.
Okay.
Let's see, this is at level 2. So, let's see here.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. Fortunately, these are Phennik. Their Constitution, let's see, is awesome.
How many are there? How many Phenniks are there?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 20.
Cool.
Great.
That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for about 20.
Hoping for about 20. Oh,
Yeah.
we still got a 13 with a -2. So that's our group Constitution roll. Is that doesn't win, does it? What's your saving throw?
My what do I need to hit?
Your
It's
bard
your-
should be like 8 plus your proficiency, so 10 plus your charisma. So what's your charisma modifier? Plus 2?
Charisma modifier +2. All right, charisma
So
modifier.
12. So you beat it by 1.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I think they still
okay.
take half
So-
damage, and they're not pushed.
All right, so they take half damage.
So roll 2d8, Bowie,
Okay. Gotcha.
and they take half that much damage and are not pushed at all. So 3 damage.
Yep.
All right, so 4 of them rush towards you, pulling out spears, and one of them pulls out this weird stick-looking thing. It still looks like a spear, but it's just a little bit shorter. But as the thunder wave rolls past them, they take the damage, and you see in their armor, which I described before was like this cloth fabric that just like hung down, but it had plates under the cloth. You see it crack, because down here where there's no wood, their armor is made of clay. Anyway, so and it's held in these cloth like straps. Anyway, so you see that crack, and they're kind of jostled and upset about that. The Phennik, however, are next. So the first 2.
Siggy's next.
Huh?
Ziggy's next.
Is she
Yeah.
You
She rolled a 14, and the Phenniks rolled a...
really? I
Something
didn't know
else.
a 14 was higher than a 9.
Yep.
So yes, go with the 14.
So I'm just gonna first off yell, "We come in peace." Do they look like they're gonna still be aggressive?
Well, how do you want to do it? Do you want to roll a persuasion, or do you want them to roll a? Okay.
I will roll persuasion. We're coming in peace. This is all a big misunderstanding. Huge misunderstanding.
Really big misunderstanding.
I just want to find the slugs.
Okay. I'm going to roll a thing. And not as good. Okay, so like I said, there were the 4 that were in front. 2 of them had spears, 2 of them had the short spears, and they hesitate for a second. Their robes are now kind of in damaged array, and one of them has got the short spear, and he's actually putting a little, like what looks like a very short arrow in it, and he's like got it at the end of this spear, and he stops for a second and says, "There are no peace from Dobber pirates."
I'm not a pirate. What is this? What is this fairy tales? Look, there's sea slugs, or not sea slugs, river slugs that we need to find, and they glow, and they're destroying our world, and they'll probably destroy your world too. So you need us to find the slugs, just like we need to get out of here.
Did you escape from the prison below? How did you find yourself here?
We walked down a staircase.
Okay.
We're a bit lost. Perhaps you could show us to the docks.
We need to find
Yes.
our boat, our ship.
I'm sure you do. You must be escorted back to the prison.
No, we're not prisoners.
I don't believe you. There's nothing of this that computes.
Do you see this
Not
goblin?
that compute is a word they would say.
We have 2 goblins with us. They're our resident goblin spice markets. We got things to be doing. Places to go.
We are.
Salt
She's-
to find.
What about the alarm that was just sounded?
That was our friend just being stupid. That's all that
Frequently
was. He was.
happens.
He was
That was
Almost every
your 21 roll there.
What?
But in truth, we are just simple merchants needing to go back to our ship. So please let us go. You know.
And ignore our friend's stupidity, which
Yes, please.
it's a chronic
we
problem.
try to all the time.
I'm the leader of the group.
I'm
He
kidding.
holds his hand up to the other Phennik that are there, charging towards you in this
I'm not
few
kidding.
seconds.
Kaddish, admit that you're stupid
I
for right now, but we really know you're smart.
I can't.
Not really.
am
I'm very bad at lying.
going to be thrown in the stockade for this, probably. But there's something about you. And he points at Siggy. It just doesn't seem like the others I've seen of your kind.
Well, Is it my really big nose?
No, they all had big noses.
Oh, well, maybe it's 'cause I'm
But,
so small. I am.
My name is Nut.
Oh,
Nut.
And
I like you, Nut.
it starts with a K. Not that matters. And if we meet again, you tell me this story.
Okay.
If we don't, it's because I've been killed by the Jarl.
You know
for letting
what?
you escape.
It's a date, but not right now, because I need to go to a boat before somebody comes at me with a spear again.
Yes.
Just survive, and we'll work that out later.
Very well. All of you stay back. Let them pass. And there you go. Siggy gets 1 inspiration.
Give them
Onward.
lotion. Give them all your lotion. And he starts to slowly walk by.
I hold out my alchemy jug and say, "This is a gift of beer for your troubles," and activate it. And speaking the word beer fills it with 8 gallons, I think, of beer. 4 gallons, yeah.
Is it brine beer? Because
No, it's surface beer. It's way better. It's exotic.
It's even better than firewater.
it's Skyland beer. Okay. Very good.
Yes, it is Globrek Purg's special concoction. You will find it much to your liking.
Magic beer.
And much more of it than there seems to be in this small jug.
Yeah, Zerd says, "That's not press our luck. Go. I don't know what spell this fine Dobber woman cast on these people, but we must go." All right. So he leads you guys up. He seems to know the terrain better than you would expect. It feels a little bit odd for him to be a prisoner, but he does lead you through paths, through a bit of what feels almost maze-like, until you find a way out through kind of a back alley, hidden door, trapdoor kind of thing, until you find yourself on the surface. You are now in the town of Tamon, and it is somewhat like a Dobber town, I suppose, except there's no trees. So you've got roads and you've got little buildings, but all the buildings are made of clay and stone. There's an interesting kind of web of chimneys that go up to the ceiling and disappear. Go up to the sky and disappear, I should say. I'm sorry. And all the little buildings have one, or they lead to a central one, and then it goes out. There's some light from around that is provided by either lamp posts or some glowing mushrooms that kind of grow in spaces that are a little bit more open. If there's buildings that are close together, like a small alleyway, there aren't any, but kind of there's little squares where there might be 4 buildings, there might be a little opening, and there's maybe a large mushroom, and it's grown up and it's purple and glowing. The thing that seems the most strange to you is if you look up, is you see what looks like might be stars in the sky. But the difference that you might notice is they're bigger. They're like not just little specks of light, but they're almost like little orbs of light. They all are a little bit oblong. Most of them are purple or blue or white. The purple isn't very pronounced. I mean, it's still mostly just talking about white with a slight tint. But there's one larger one that is just to the west, and it's almost kind of got a pink hue to it. At the moment you're where you are, all you can see is buildings kind of around you, and you see a rock wall behind you. It goes up, that way. And Zerd says,
"We have to go around this corner and down that way, out of town to the docks. These docks are not, not the public docks, but just a private dock where my boat is."
Hey, Zerd, real quick, I have a question for you. I know that we're kind of running and in a rush. What do you use for money?
What? Money?
Yeah.
I use gold.
Like this? And he pulls out, what makes for a Dobber gold coin.
right,
Which I think is wood, isn't it?
Dobber gold coin is a piece of wood painted gold.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And well, not really. No, we have that looks like fake gold.
It's wood.
Right.
That's Dobber money.
We don't. Well,
It is legal tender.
Wood is rare here. It might be worth something, but
It is very much
if
gold.
you just want to know if that's money, that's not what we count as
No,
money.
I want to pay you in wood. Like this. And he
Yes.
holds up a handful more coins.
Shouldn't that be very valuable? You don't have any trees.
What, Ziggy? I couldn't hear you.
Shouldn't that be very valuable? You don't have any trees.
Right. No. I
Correct.
mean,
It is
saying,
very
it
good.
might be very valuable, actually, but
Right.
it's not what we consider money, but it is valuable. We don't have a lot of wood. However, the value in wood is really when it's intact in larger pieces that can be constructed to other things. Those would be burnable, and that would be good, but we mostly get our fuel from oils. So,
Actually,
a big enough pile of those would make for a good fuel source.
it would not actually, because you'd be inhaling the fumes of the paint burning, and that would be disastrous.
Glabrick,
Oh.
we don't have any money.
So
This
you
is
hear
cold.
in the distance the chant of "Gabra Ting, Gabra Ting, Gabra Ting," and it's coming from far to the west.
What is that?
Oh, that sounds like their chant of their sea warriors.
Sea warriors.
Who's sea
Oh,
warriors?
we'll see if we keep going. I dropped
See
something.
the sea warriors. Okay.
The sea warriors have come out to play.
I don't like that. Let's go.
Come, let's keep moving. They're not
Maybe
going
they
to
use
fall
them
for
to
your
fight off the
ruse
aquatic ghost.
as enchanting as Siggy's golden locks are. What color is your hair?
Red.
Oh, as her crimson
Green.
locks are.
I don't think they're gonna help us fight anything. We have to go.
All right. So he leads you around different buildings, definitely towards the lesser desirable parts of town, behind the outhouses and the dung pile and all that stuff. But you do find your way to where you're in a area that's a little darker. Now, granted, everything's kind of dark down here, but now there's really very little light. But you do see a shadow of what you might think of as a canoe that's just 10 times too big, with large points of wood sticking up out of the canoe and big sheets of canvas hung on those points of wood. So you see this silhouette out before you next to a little dock that's made of bone and sinew that you can walk across. It's all being kind of got this little light glaring upon it from just a little reflection of light from the main city proper. You still hear the Gabra Ting from the distance as you move toward it. Zerg says, or Zerd, my men are in the ship, but they're down below. If we get to it and I signal them, they will come up and we can row away.
Oh, there's more of you in the ship.
Yes. This is a big ship. You can't pilot it by yourself.
Okay.
What
All right,
if you
sir.
have no friends?
Yeah, like how would Siggy ride the ship?
You just come with me. Come with me.
Fine, we'll go.
Alrighty. Did he say the dung pile? Yes.
Just checking.
Yeah. Because where else would you put it when you're underground?
It's fertilizer.
It is, right. And they have a pretty large crop of like seaweed and swamp moss, but it's not right here. So anyway, you guys kind of head that way. As you get past this little building you were kind of hiding behind right before you go out towards the dock, you just step out from it. You see the coast is clear, but off a couple hundred yards from you on the beach, you see a bunch of Phennik, and they're just Dobberton, and you see them. They are hoisting on these ropes, pulling in this fish onto the shore that is larger than anything that your brains can even process. It is larger than the palace of the Dobber King. It is larger than any of your homes. Each of its fins are larger than Cedarbrook. So, and they're pulling it up and chanting with some sort of like "Arr, arr, arr," you know, like Star Wars in, and that they have captured their whale for the season.
Ignore that. We must get on the ship before this is the distraction we need because the whole town will gather. Go.
Is that a fish house?
How could we ignore it? It's massive.
That's why they live in those fishes.
Have you not seen a whale before?
Never.
I think I'm looking at an aquatic ghost.
It's
Told you.
It's a fish. It's just a fish. It's just big. But it will feed them. It provides wood. I mean, not wood. Bone and
In the house.
leather and fat that they burn. They boil it down to oil and it makes all of the lights. This is how we live. Why is it so weird for you?
I've never
That's a
seen that before, ever.
Really big fish house.
Fish house.
Very good. It's an to eat you all. Okay, so
Nothing.
yeah, but I've always, it looks like it's the word to me, and I think that's fine.
That's fair.
Because you don't want to find one of those. So he leads you onto the ship. You guys get on there. He ducks down below, and there's a number of goblins underneath, and he says, "Oars astern!" And they all wake up. Some of them were kind of drowsy. Some of them were ready. Some of them were doing other things. But anyway, they quickly snap together, and they fall into position, and oars like stick out to the side of the boat. And he says, "Forward, aft!" And he starts going, and the boat pulls away from the dock, and you guys are sailing.
I suppose this is not perhaps too late to have this conversation, but goblin kind are not particularly trustworthy, and it would be best if we all watched our backs aboard this ship.
I agree.
Who are you talking to?
My friends, my Dobber friends.
Your Dobber friends.
Wait, are you saying we can't trust you?
No, Globrek is different, of course. Globrek has learned how important it is to live like Dobber. You have shared wine and beer with Globrek. Of course can be trusted.
And
But
bomb.
you're just now telling me I can't trust you.
No!
Or
I'm warning you to be careful around all these other goblins.
Hey, I know that we're surrounded by goblins, but also, how do we get them to drive us to the hand now? I just thought it was going to be the one goblin. There's so many more.
I suppose.
Shells! And all of a sudden you see on the mast the big sheets of canvas just unfurl, and you see goblins like run out and start tying them down and pulling them. And there's this wind that you noticed before but didn't notice. I mean, it's strange that there's wind down here, but it's just strong enough to start pushing you guys out into the water. And now you're actually sailing.
I thought we could just bop him on the head if he didn't do what we said, but now there's like a dozen of them.
You seem like charming folk. Perhaps you could talk him into going elsewhere.
Port, sail! And he's hollering in there doing stuff, and he's at the tiller. You see a goblin come up from below decks and say, "First light, what are your orders?"
To us?
No, he says it to Zerd. What's his name? What did I say his name?
Zerd.
Zerd, that's right. Zerd.
Excuse me, Zerd, we have to go to the hand thing.
please,
We need to go where the light meets the dark.
to save the world.
Say you. Well, I think I saved your skin. That's the first step, is it not?
Now
No,
we're gonna
actually,
save
we
yours.
saved yours.
And I was there too.
Yes, you were with your horn.
Thank you.
This is why you're not the leader anymore.
That's not true.
I don't know who these passengers are, this goblin says. That's old and gnarled and bulky, and he looks tough. But First Light, I ask you, what are your orders? And he says, we go to Underkeep.
First Light. But if you're the First Light, you must know where the light leads the dark. You're clearly a great captain of good standing who could easily drop us by the light into the dark place with the hand.
You don't want to go to the hand. First Light is just a common term for the captain of a ship.
Why?
Sir, you did not mention you were a captain.
What did you think I was? This is my ship. This is the Whisper Song. Or what Whisper Wind.
Well,
I'm bad at this.
You must admit that we found you destitute in a prison cell, so we thought, elsewise, but...
Yeah, they did find me that I was ill prepared, but I knew I would find a way out, that there would be some opportune people like yourselves that would help me.
Your boat people must not be very loyal, because they didn't come for you.
They were waiting.
With bombs, remember?
Oh, bombs.
Yes, with bombs, yes.
Right.
I
They
tried
knew
to,
if on the third day I did not retrieve my son, they would attack.
Zerd!
But here we are. Let us go.
Zerd!
You wish to be dropped at the hand of doom.
Yes.
The right hand of doom,
Yes.
we might even say, if you know what I mean. No?
I have
Absolutely.
no idea what you mean.
Okay.
Or is it the left hand of darkness?
Very good. Very good. No, it is the right hand of doom.
Why was that very good?
It was an inside joke.
I don't get it. Must be a goblin thing.
Yes, it's a goblin thing. Are you sure that's where you want to go?
Yes. And can I try to charm him to get him to do it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna use a second level charm.
He has to be wisdomed.
Okay.
That is a great roll of an 8.
All right. What am
So
I?
he is charmed. He likes you.
Okay.
You have a funny mark on your face.
I do. It's my ears. They look a little different. I think I took it from my mother's side. But how about I play this beautiful tune? I will play as many songs as you'd like as we go towards the hand that meets the light and the dark. Or what was this? What did you call it again? The hand.
The right hand of doom. It is.
Right hand of doom. Yes.
Yes.
It's,
If you value your health, you will not go there because the shadow will erupt and it will siphon your life. But I will drop you there if that's what you wish.
yes, guys. Yes.
Is that is what we wish?
Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly what we'd like.
If you insist, friends. Dobber
Very well, very well. If you entertain my men on this journey, we will.
Okay, I shall play a song. I shall. Little goblins, I'll take you away into a land of the Dobbers. Come, little goblins, I'll take you away into the land of enchantment. There we go. Okay, so
Yeah, that's great.
fine.
All right. Yeah. So now they're glad to have your assistance over the next few days. We're going to be on the sea for a couple of days before we reach the hand. I hope you're ready.
Surely that's an over an exaggeration. Days?
days. This is a long journey, and this is
Big river.
the sea. The sea that is like no other. It is the Zwartnera. So as you guys travel, the days and the nights are almost indistinguishable. From the shore for the first 48 hours, you can see a little bit of a lighter glow. It seems counter to logic, perhaps, that the mushrooms and other kind of iridescent fauna would glow for the daytime and then not for the night, but it seems to be the case. But as you get further into the sea, the only light you have is that of the oil burning lamps on the boat and the stars above your head. You notice that the stars move. They do move, much like the stars that you've seen below or in the skyland, but they move a little faster. You can actually kind of watch them move. And at times you might even see one of them moves slowly this direction, and then it might just start slowly moving a different direction. There's no pattern to them that you can discern, but they do tend to gravitate towards the south. But you keep moving for another 24 hours.
Can I draw that symbol that Siggy and I saw on the stone, and then ask? Like, I want to draw it in like a scroll of paper that I have, and then show it to Zerd and be like, "Do you know what this is?"
Yes. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So roll a intelligence. What would that, I guess, be? Yeah.
To draw it to
to remember it well enough to draw it accurately.
Man, I'd hope I really remember it. What do you want? History, intelligence?
History, intelligence, yeah. Sure. Something intelligence.
Oh, that sucks.
He drew a squiggle.
Yep.
Would you? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 6 to redraw this thing.
6. So who else saw it with you?
Siggy did.
Siggy, are you helping him?
I think that's a yes, but she's muted.
You're muted. Yeah, she's muted.
No. You're wrong per usual.
Oh, okay.
No.
I saw it first. I saw it first, and I saw it longer. So it looks like this.
It looks like a tree. You're making a tree.
I like trees. I was drawing a tree first, and then I was going to draw the symbol next. You don't know. I was fine.
Your tree is wrong. You are wrong.
That's how all trees look.
Broccoli is what it looks like.
You're broccoli. I don't even like broccoli. I like trees.
Right. So with her help, you get advantage, which is the 16.
Okay.
Right. So Zerg looks at it. Zerd. Man, why? I thought it was a cool name, and now I can't say it. Zerd. Yeah, that's the ward for conjuration.
What does it do, though?
It blocks it. It's a ward against conjuration. You cast a conjuration spell, it doesn't work down here. I mean, if that ward is in a circle around the space you're in.
Why just conjuration?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about.
That's all we have. Or that's all they had. I mean, there's other wards, though.
I'm not a wizard, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And he, rolls up the paper and puts it in his bag.
It's this...
But
you won't believe me if I tell you.
He made a tree.
You what?
Bowie made his tree fort.
You're right. You led me in your tree fort. Well, look. So there's a book down here. There's just scraps of it. All the clans and villages and they all have parts of it. No one has the whole thing.
What's it called?
It's called the Abkhazis. The whole thing is full of wards. It's all these little symbols. You just write them down, and they block, or they create, or they stop.
So it's
you can put them in combinations, and they can create a whole world of new things. I don't know.
Like fairy tales. A whole world of new things.
It is. It's like a fairy tale. It's all just
fake news.
It's difficult to explain, and most of it's hard to understand. Wait, it's
I'm
It's
sorry. You said
only
you
the most people with the most exposure to it really know what it is.
But you said every town has a piece of it?
Yeah, but they don't know how to use it.
Did that town have a piece of it?
Well, they had that one. The symbol you had. He pointed at it. They had that one.
Oh.
They've been using it for that because they knew if you were in that cell and you had cast a spell like Mage Hand, you could just reach out and grab the keys and unlock it. But not with that.
Okay.
It'd just block it.
And so, what if you had the whole book?
Well, if you had the whole book, I suppose you'd be a trifle to mess with.
Huh. Cool.
Because they say if you have the whole book, you control all the magic.
Yeah.
Not that you know it, that you control it. There's a difference with those words. You hear me?
Now, what if the book was blank? Would you have to write those symbols in there?
That doesn't make sense. How could you get the symbols from a book that's blank, then write them in it?
Yeah. That's crazy. Anyway, about that hand.
About then, you guys continue to sail forward. I need everyone to make a good Constitution saving throw for me
Constitution. Okay.
while I eat a Charleston
Ooh,
chew.
boy.
Yay.
I'm just coming in with those nat ones today.
What is up with that?
Yeah.
All right. So, Kadesh and Globrick are puking. And,
Curse
Bowen
this
and
bloody
Ziggy are not.
pond!
You good there, bud? You good?
I'm
Motion
land
sickness.
dauber.
All this movement, we're like a cork in a bathtub.
Yeah,
What?
after 72 hours of literal no stillness, it is getting to you. It's going on and on. So, again, try to, and you did a good job just with that statement, Globrick. I mean, you've not ever experienced this kind of thing before. This is not normal. You don't go out onto a raft and then stay there for 72 hours. You don't.
Back and forth.
I just go swimming for like 20 minutes at a time.
Back
right.
and forth, cat.
And only 30 minutes after eating.
Right. And I don't eat in the river. Doesn't make any sense.
Right. So, you've got two of you that are definitely motion sickness to the max with the nat
You
ones,
just
and then
keep
we've got
going back and forth with you. Yes. Right in front of
Bowie, who's trying to be supportive, but it feels to you like he's just mocking you because he's just like, "What's wrong?
What's going on, cat?
Nice.
Are you okay?
I think it feels like he's mocking me because he is mocking me now.
Are you all right?
No,
You
I'm
look a
very.
look a little under the weather.
I'm
you
as
okay?
green as a goblin.
No, Globrick's as green as a goblin. You look more pale, like a ghost. Maybe an aquatic ghost.
Maybe. That's why I'm so sick.
That's how this
As you
happened.
sail forward, you see 5 talons forced up through the water. In the center, there's a bit of a mound. It's an island of sorts, and in the center there is a magical light glowing. And from each of the 5 talons, a shadow is cast on the water, and it's rippling in the water around all 5 different sides of this island. The ship gets close, and Zerd says, "I will not cross the path of those shadows. If you wish to get to the island, you must into the water."
Do you
And
have,
that's
like,
where we're going to end it for the night.
those?
I like it. I dig it. Cool. We're gonna die next episode. Neat. This has been episode 4 of The Silent King. We have escaped the Phennik prisons, and now we're just going to our imminent demise in the right hand of doom, which is a D&D 3.5 module. Go look it up. Real good. I think it's actually the Red Hand of Doom, but either
The
way.
Red Hand of Doom. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
But yes, this was a very interesting episode. I can't wait to see what's inside this thing. I can't wait to reveal what my dream was. It was bad, guys. So let's get out of here. Let's go around, do our introductions, and then we'll get out of here. And then we'll see you guys next week for more.
On your
Dobbers.
introduction, if you could please tell me what your favorite thing is so far in the adventure, whether it's not a previous episode.
Caddish, you can just say it, guys. We'll start with Mac. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
All right. Well, I live on the internet in a couple of different places. I'm Mackenzie, by the way. On Instagram, I run around as Mako the Meeple. That's where I spend most of my time on the internet. But I'm also at the Meeple Street, so www.themeeplestreet.com, and the Meeple Street on Twitter and Facebook as well. That's my blog, where I write reviews and do all kinds of board gaming related things. Specifically, this week I'm focusing on covering GameholeCon. So if you're going to be out there, stop by and say hi. Other than that, my favorite thing about the campaign so far would have to be the aquatic ghosts or the octopus. It's about 50-50.
Okay. Not the answer I wanted, but that's fine. Let's jump over to Chris. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Charity Board Gamer. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook under Family Game Night, and then Twitter, Charity Board Gamer. But I mainly do charity interviews and then board game tabletop reviews with our family. And then we've got our big Extra Life event coming up on Saturday. 24 hours, nothing but board gaming. And I am already tired thinking of it. But it's going to be awesome charity event. So my favorite thing has been throwing all those deception rolls at Caddish and tricking him into believing random things. So it's been quite enjoyable.
The irony is I have like a 15 in wisdom. Like, I'm not smart, but I'm super insightful. I'm just playing him dumber than normal. But it has been fun. I agree. We'll come over to Keith. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm Keith. You can find me at materialcomponents.com or at mcomponents on Twitter. And I do an after-school program here in Nashville with kids age 6 to 16, teaching tabletop role-playing games. If you're interested in hearing more about that, check us out at theheroesguild.com. And my favorite part so far has, of course, been all the witty banter. Yeah, of course. And trying to convince everyone to buy my nonsense garbage that I'm selling at all times.
Perfect.
Super.
And last but not least, we'll jump over to Daryl. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
All right, I am Splattered Ink on the internet. I am Daryl T. Jones. I am an illustrator and board game designer. Right now, most of the time, I spend my life drawing maps and cards for for an RPG book by Nerdarchy and for a game by Bellwether Games. So that's what I'm working on right now. But as far as the Dobbers go, we have a published board game that is a deck building game. Plus, we have this D&D adventure that I have been putting together. Hopefully, that will hit Kickstarter next year in the spring, and we'll be able to share The Silent King and Quest for the Key with all those great nerds out there that want to have a fun, family-friendly, and but still somewhat intense and strong adventure to go through. So that's what I do. My favorite part has definitely been trying to surprise everybody with unique creatures and characters and shenanigans. I saw somebody say shenanigans in the Netromancer. So yes, shenanigans. That's my favorite part. So the Dobbers is fun because it's weird and it's unusual, but it's still familiar. So
Hell yeah.
anyway, what about you, Mike?
My favorite part is the impromptu rivalry between Caddish and Siggy. That's my favorite part so far. It's been fun, the back and forth.
Yeah, good.
That being said, this is the end for us. If you want to support the channel, please go check us out on Patreon. If you want to talk about this show and blab to us, please go hit us up on Twitter or join us in the Discord and have a great time with us. And I think that's going to be it from us. So from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.